whatever size t-shirt you're wearing right now, I promise by the time it's over, the same shirt you're wearing today is gonna be a lot more filled up in 22 days from now.
The shirt I'm wearing, he promises, is going to be a lot more filled out in 22 days from now. Joke's on you, Jeff. I don't have sleeves. Whew, just got done working out, and when I work out, I like to listen to older YouTube videos from Greg or other fitness YouTubers, just hearing the same stuff over and over again, like work harder than last time, keep your diet in check, all those types of things, because it helps me to stay consistent with what I do. But I came across an older, or a few months ago, video by Athlean-X that Greg went over about growing your arms in 22 days. And since I just finished my 1-year transformation video a few weeks ago, I thought, you know, this is a good one to go over to show you what you can realistically expect compared to what Greg is, or not Greg, but Jeff Cavaliere is telling you what you can do. So let's take a look at this video. I want to point out a few things so that you have some real expectations of what you can actually achieve.
What's up guys, Jeff Cavaliere, Athlean-X.com. Today I continue our popular 22-day series, and this one, guys, the big promise is this. I'm gonna help you to build bigger arms.
Dang. Jeff Cavaliere is saying he's got 20, what is that, supposed to be 21-inch biceps? But, oh wait, no, the end of the tape is on the other side of his arm.
Time these 22 days are over, your biceps and triceps size are gonna be much more significant than they are right now, and those t-shirts of yours are gonna be a lot more filled up than they are right now.
My t-shirt's gonna be a lot more filled out. I have no sleeves. You got that one wrong.
All right, so in order to make these noticeable arm gains, you're gonna have to do some work with me, okay? But I promise you, as always, we're gonna map it out day by day, step by step. And it actually starts with this calendar here. And the very first day, guess what? You don't even have to do any work. You simply take out a tape measure and you measure the size of your arms.
So it looks like he has you doing back and forth. Well, first day you just measure your arms, don't even do anything, and then last day measure them again. And then you have alternating days, biceps one day, triceps the other day, because that's what makes your arm look big, which totally makes sense. That's total of what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 workouts for your arms in 21 days, which would be 9 times for the bicep, 9 times for the tricep. So you don't have to do that many. I did a 3-day split, so I did biceps twice a week with my, actually on my leg days, and I did triceps on my push days. So really, overall volume is what matters with this. You don't necessarily have to do that many days. We'll see how many sets and reps he has and compare that to what I actually did.
If you are doing some other workout at the moment, whether it be total body, push-pull legs, or even a bro split, you're gonna wanna remove whatever components are dedicated right now to biceps and triceps specifically. Fact is, you're gonna continue to do your workout as planned, and you're gonna do this portion of it at the very end of whatever training you're doing. There's not a lot to do each day, but there is something you're gonna have to do each and every day.
At least I'm glad to hear that he's not saying, hey, this is all you need to do, because you have the whole rest of your body to work with. He's just saying add this on and replace any bicep and tricep work you do. So at least that's a good side of it.
So again, after measuring day is complete, we come back with day 2, which is dedicated to biceps. And actually related to what happens on day 3, we're trying to create a good mind-muscle connection with these first 2 workouts. And the exercise of choice, because there's only gonna be one, is this one here. Is called the incline waiter curl. The waiter curl is going to limit the arc of the dumbbell.
So we have 4 sets of 9 on this. I'm going to see what else we have, if this is the only bicep work for the day or not.
On every single repetition, you're adding 3 pulses in that contracted state. And we come back one final time in the 3rd week here on day 16 to do the final pulse, but this time we're adding 6 to every repetition and not just 3.
Okay, so it looks like we're just doing 4 sets of 9 for biceps. That's it. So comparing that, I guess 3 times, that would be what, 12 sets, and they say 10 to 20 sets is good per body part per week working sets. So I typically do around 8 sets for biceps and for triceps when I do my 3-day split. So doing that twice a week, that's around 16 sets. So I'm actually doing more total volume than what we see from his program here.
The next time we encounter this is going to be on day 10, a week from now. And when we do this, we're going to add some additional pulses in that contracted state to further enhance.
So looks like the same thing with the dips. We got 4 sets to failure and then adding pulses to progressively overload each week. So that makes sense. You want to push harder each workout to have a reason to stimulate muscle growth, but it's not really a whole lot we're doing here.
Which brings us back to week 1 in the second grouping of exercises, that second biceps and triceps combo. And these are actually selected to help with widening out your arm when looked at from the front. So the exercise of choice here is going to be the alternating cross-body hammer curl.
So it looks like the same thing on the day 2 for the biceps. I'm assuming we're probably going to be doing this the next week, just like before, and progressively overloading that. So we have cross body hammer curls, I have never done those, and I've never seen anyone else do those either. I'm always like straight curl guy, preacher curls, you know, depending on what you like to do. That's a big thing. Find exercises that you like to do so you can stay consistent with it.
But the next time in week 2, it's actually going to be done with 5 additional pounds. So now I still want those 4 sets of 12 repetitions. You might be thinking, how am I going to get to 12 this time if I was barely able to get to 12 last time? Well, you're going to have to grind it out. We do these in rest pause fashion, meaning you go for as many as you can if you have to.
Yeah, so it looks like we're progressively overloading, heavier weight, and rest pause if you need it. So you go to failure, then you rest a little bit of time, then keep going until you get all the way through the sets.
If you're in a gym and you have access to a tricep pushdown machine, then I would like you to do this. It's the tricep pushdown, but done a little bit differently.
So we got tricep pushdowns for the second exercise of the week and progressive overload that.
Fun for that final pairing of biceps and triceps, one more time with a different focus. Here we want to focus on eccentric overload. So on bicep day, the exercise of choice is going to be the cheat curl.
Nothing wrong with any of these exercises. Like, yeah, do them. And like I said, pick stuff that works for you that you enjoy doing as well so that you'll stick with it.
And we have something called the PJR pullover.
And one other exercise, the pullovers. So we got that for the triceps, which really pullovers are meant for your lats, but depending on how you do them, you can get more tricep work. But once again, pick an exercise that works for you and stick with it.
And if you look at what we actually did here, guys, instead of taking what maybe was your current weekly workload of, let's say, even 12 sets for biceps and triceps, we've divided it more frequently over the course of 3 different training sessions separated by 48 hours apiece, which research will show has an ability to increase muscle synthesis and stimulus, especially for those stubborn muscle groups. And of course, I didn't forget about day 22. See, that's where we break out that measuring tape once again, wrap it around the arm, and then see objectively exactly how well you did. Guys, I wouldn't be surprised if you made even an inch of size gain.
There we have it. He wouldn't be surprised if you gained an inch of size gains in 22 days, really 21 days, because the first day all you're doing is measuring. But in my total year of training hard to failure every time in the gym consistently for an entire year, doing more volume than what he has for you here, I gained 1 inch in my arm in 1 year, and he is telling you can do it in 21 days. He's saying you can do it 17 times faster than it took me. So Jeff obviously has some kind of secret that I didn't know about. I didn't do the pulses maybe, or I don't know. I was doing progressive overload the whole time, working hard on the arms, but I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try this program next and we'll see if I can get even more muscle on my arms. I mean, maybe like if I measured my arms like this, they were like close to 15, and then when I flexed, it was 16.5 when we measured. So, you know, maybe that's the trick. It's, you got to measure your arm not flexed and then flexed after getting a pump, so you have extra blood in it. But I'm telling you, a whole inch in 22 days, like, you got to be on something if that's even possible. I don't know. That's a huge gain to just get in your biceps, but it's probably not all muscle, even fat. I mean, a lot of people, I don't think the fat goes in their arms first. If you're already lean, you're probably going to get it in other places first. Like a lot of guys, your stomach is the last place where you lose a lot of the fat. So it'll probably start to go there before it goes to your arms. So don't be fooled. It's a lot more difficult than you think.
Guys, you can do this. Follow the plan step by step. And also, make sure you leave your comments below. What type of gains did you make? What type of arm gains did you make? Leave them in the comments below. And also, challenge somebody else and see how you guys do.
All right, so that's all. He said leave a comment letting know what your gains are. So I'm actually going to do that here in just a second, let them know. Yeah, it took me a whole year to do that, and I was training hard, and I know what I'm doing. I'm not a newbie. I mean, you can see my video before and after and all that. So just the big thing here is have realistic expectations. People know that this is the kind of stuff you want to see. Like the same thing with the Igor video I made showing, oh, you're going to get more defined abs from doing 22-day, or I forget how many day, 30-day push-up challenge or something like that, when push-ups work your chest, your shoulders, triceps, but he said it's going to give you more defined abs. Maybe if you lose some fat, but doing, 2 minutes worth of push-ups isn't going to do that. Anyways, that's a whole nother video. I'll link that too, you can check out. But just have realistic expectations, guys. It takes a lot of work, and muscle grows slowly. Like if you gain a pound of muscle in your whole body in a month, then that's pretty good for a natural person. So keep in mind, you're not going to see these huge changes, the biggest changes you'll see is if you're losing fat. If you have a lot of fat, you can lose that quickly, but gaining muscle is a lot harder than losing fat is. So be patient, be consistent. Yeah, you can do these exercises and it's a good program to follow over a longer period of time. Maybe over 6 months to a year, you could put an inch on your arms doing this. There's also the newbie gains aspect as well. So maybe you could get an inch quicker than me, but I went from 15.5 to 16.5. So there's lots of variables, but just be realistic, work harder than last time, and I'll see you guys soon.